following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
To see such heavy rain.
Of course! Of course!
Yes, Lady Katarina. House Draconin, formerly House Van Uber.
Bzz, bzz.
Oh. Sorry, the sound's off and everything.
Yeah, the sound's off. He was busy. He's looking at the paperwork when it happened.
Is this just going to be... Yeah, the bit I was just reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roya said she just said slim, pale, dark haired, attracted to power, has a forked tongue figuratively.
Yes, but that's... If Sir Max could talk to her, because he can, because it's his auntie, it may get us in to at least a viewing, a talk. Maybe. I'm not saying it would, because that's passing a lot of extra places, but...
We just need to wait for Sir Max to become available.
Well, we know where Sir Max is. You could talk to him.
Invite him on a hunt to clear his mind.
After his talks about the armies, it would be natural for something like that to happen. Especially if the hunt didn't even bring anything in. How should I approach him? I'm unsure. But I mean, if it were Strumblet, I would just wait for him outside.
No, that's exactly what you should do. Tell him that the place you're living in makes you uncomfortable and you feel an urge to be in the wilds for a time. That you'd be honored if you could hunt with him again. You have to remember, we have to do things as obviously as possible.
I would appear like an ignorant Strumblet.
And the thing is, and they know how much influence we have within House Draconin, which is none. And if we get an audience almost straight away, it would send them a message that we're being listened to, whether it be good or bad. But if they believe when we turn up, we might accidentally show the spear and hide the spear again, they would think that we're against Roman. We don't have to bring the spear up in this meeting. It's just...
They could even end the meeting by throwing us out.
Which you could ask them to do that.
Yeah, if it went well enough.
That's right. That's if they'll listen to us. But I'm afraid you're going to have to make the first step. I hate... Back home, I would have just killed them all. We don't have this.
It certainly sounds easier.
Why be something that you're not? Why say and do something different to what you say you're going to do?
It only works if everyone's that honorable, though. Once some people aren't...
They're the ones that we get rid of. Send back to the...
That's fine if you have a smaller community, though. this town, the political intrigue, and how deep rooted all these families are. Though you have tribes, there are no family lineages among the tribes that have been prominent for generations, right?
That's not quite correct. We do have we do have our culture, which is what ties us, which we're all bound by certain laws, certain rules. I've explained some of them to you, but nowhere near all of it, because it would just take too long to explain even a fraction.
But some of it is like you have different. So like you've said, you have wise women who do different jobs than a hunter does.
Correct.
But it's not like wise women's daughters are definitely wise women, right? Do they rule the other classes? There's a difference in culture that fundamentally makes it so your system works, but it wouldn't work here.
I don't think they would. I don't think this country would follow my ways, because they value men above women, and that's
like that's kind of or we can just flip that though, right? Like that's kind of an irrelevant boundary here.
I haven't, since I've been here, met any man that is
That I've been reading.
worth the value.
Is it?
It's hard to explain.
With the spelling error that isn't really an error?
Oh.
It's a name.
But I think if Saphira agrees, that's what we should do.
So you'll be deciding you trust Sir Max completely? That's what we want
Do
to do.
you trust him?
I do.
And I trust him.
You did say there was something not right.
That's the one thing I am concerned about. Now that we've learned Roman isn't so rotten, at least here. I never met him before. Was that just a strange way he said something? If he really meant it and it wasn't something else.
What exactly did he say?
It was more the way he said it, but he said the love between Roman and his relative in House Draconin, his uncle, was very much like familial love as it should be, but it sounded very much like nothing is wrong.
Well, don't stop just because I'm having fun.
We're waiting for someone else.
Oh,
Who hasn't said
I'm waiting
anything
for you guys to
this
finish your
entire
list.
time.
We keep on saying, if Saphira...
If only a bombastic leader would say something in this important conversation we're having.
Granted, I've actually been just pouring over things, and you guys are just background noise for a while.
and unfortunately, every time we say, it would depend on what Saphira would like us to do, and that's probably the background noise part.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, what about this?
I think we've done it about 3 times, haven't we?
I will admit that I find myself mistrusting almost everyone we've met after learning this.
Not so much interested in the coin, but nearly $15 million worth of negotiable bearer bonds locked in the vault.
Told you you'd like it. I saw it there, I went, yeah. It's got Adrian written all over it.
Yeah.
What number is it?
881. That's pretty low. There's 9,000 of them. That's pretty low. Jeez.
Helena Sadeh is here with the Baron as well,
Yes.
who is the advisor to Duke Himmel of House Raymond. That gives us a possible in, and she's already agreed to meet
One place we haven't
with
made
me
enemies.
tomorrow for dinner.
Well, I think we might need to talk to her then.
Which I will be doing. We will be having dinner tomorrow.
Well, if we attack it from the two fronts.
It would be good to
Because you
have
see,
ends with both families.
according to Roy's notes, Duke Himmel is actually the king's descendant, direct and patriarchal. And he wants to let go of the current regime and return to having a king again.
Wouldn't that make him against the current and he'd be more siding with Aldrin?
Well, he's also noted
Do you
as
think
being
Aldrin wants to put someone other than them on the throne?
yeah, honourable former military bearing idealistic and credulous. Long military career. He's had a kind of a tarred reputation lately, but he's apparently fiercely loyal.
Well, I think we need to do both things. We need to talk to her about this, and we need to see if we can get a viewing with Sir Max. I think we need to bring Roy up out of the outside to bring her back in.
I would love Roya to
Suck you off? Yeah, we know.
at least, she's been working very hard. I want to at least give her a break.
I might ask Count Hector if he knows where she is, or of where we may be able to find her.
Also, the Tor priestess's body.
You see, it was very. Didn't say much about that. Do we know where he is at the moment?
I'm sure he's gliding around here somewhere.
I'll step out of the room and see if I can find her.
Two peasants standing on either side of the door. Servant types, very well dressed. Straighten up a bit as you step out of the door.
Do you know where I'd find Count Hector?
Of course. He's in his chamber.
Would it be impolite for me to see him?
I do not know. One could always. Oh,
If you could, if you tell me the way or show me the way.
it's this way. We'll lead you upstairs to the master bedroom.
Yep.
There's a door.
I will knock.
Come.
I will enter. Sorry to intrude, Count Hector.
No doubt you are not here to donate your services.
No. I have a couple of questions, if I may ask.
Asking is free.
We're wondering if you knew where the body of the priestess is.
Yes.
Is
Or
there-
rather, where it was.
It was?
It is no doubt already on its way
Way?
to Zeiss.
Why would it be headed to Zeiss?
So that it can arrive in Zeiss. A cleric's body is not likely disposed of
No. I won't.
There are certain agencies
I
who
don't.
find such a thing very...
I don't think I will pass that on to Saphira. I have to tell him.
After all, are you not heading there soon?
Possibly.
Only possibly.
I wish.
Then you're not going to be finished at all,
I wish to.
unless it's definite.
I wish to go there. It's whether the others can be convinced.
Surely your word alone will be enough. Continued writing. Was that all? A simple question about a call?
The second question is about the lady known as Roya.
Oh yeah. A lovely woman. Very rich blood.
Yes.
Very piquant bouquet.
Would you know of her whereabouts?
Not precisely. Unfortunately, your large friend drew attention to her. She has fallen to your enemies.
Which ones? House Aldrin?
Modesty prevents me from
But if I was to look towards that direction, I wouldn't be too far wrong.
I think the answers may surprise you.
They have.
After all, she is in a very safe place. Surrounded by many armed men. And far away from where she might be able to do damage.
So
One
she,
could only imagine what soldiers who've been practicing and training for so long might do to such a woman.
so she's encamped somewhere else.
Don't I say that? I'm sorry. I really should guard my tongue more carefully. One lets all sorts of things go without intending.
Sorry to interrupt your night.
This is no Beer Bandits camp we're talking about. Your usual efforts will not find success unless one is very, very...
Nights like this can help. But I don't think with the veil shortening it's going to be much help.
Darkness falls across the land.
Thank you for your help.
Have I helped?
Your mere presence is helpful.
Always nice to hear. Perhaps the favor can be returned someday. Not that you haven't already done more than enough.
All debts are always paid.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
I'll leave. I'll return to the study.
Sulan returns.
No, that one up there, I can't reach it. Left.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Horse breeding and relative cock comparisons. Brackets. Roosters, not horse parts.
You're
What?
still alive then.
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
You never know around
What
here.
did you learn?
Blair.
Or was he cryptic?
As cryptic as always. I learned more about one than the other.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the body of the cleric is unattainable. It's gone.
Weird.
Okay.
It's gone.
So we've
That's
lost
a
track
shame.
of it.
No, it's gone.
Oh, there's not enough of it there to
Must have been disposed of.
resurrect. They probably burned it.
It was burning though, so what if it was I don't know. The body's gone.
They certainly don't have enough of it to round around. That's how I would have put that.
Okay, and what of Roya?
That's the bigger problem.
Oh,
You may have drawn attention to her.
drew attention to her.
From what Count Hector said, you may have, on the last passing, may have drawn attention to her.
Okay.
And she's been detained.
By
He wouldn't
Ultron?
say outright,
Okay.
but he did say that the soldiers that are guarding her, yeah,
What?
Crack of thunder lights up the room. What actually the lightning string there.
from what I'm inferring is she's
And in the flickering light, Count Hector something. It's got a like a glass of red wine.
You're too jumpy.
Count.
Is everything going well?
Actually, I have another question to ask about Roya. You knew who she was. How many other people know who she is?
That information is very, very rare.
Good.
Certainly the dukes of the major houses have been informed by now. Certainly Roman knew. And several guests. There is a limit to how much I can help you. If one helps others too much, they become dependent and weak. Is there anything I can get from you? Food, drink.
Where do your loyalties lie? And don't just say to Romania.
I find that I have most loyalty to those who depend on me. Although I suppose technically I should say to Kane.
I mean, you've worked out who true enemies are, but
Have you?
at least we think we have. Who knows how many more twists and turns this little game has.
Well, I'm sure you'll have fun playing the game. Let us ever know if there's anything you want. I think Craig Thunder is gone. Then the door closes.
Am I going to be killing some soldiers?
You won't be killing any soldiers. She's in the camp.
Yes.
There are far too many just to kill it.
Even we can't just kill an army.
Furthermore, that would be an act of war.
With them knowing who she is, they may use. Oh,
I mean, do they know who she is?
that's what the Count just said.
Well,
They will know who she is, which means that they could use her against her father.
yes.
If only we knew someone who might be able to get her out of such a place.
With the veil thinning, you'd need at least two someones. Preferably scouts who knew how to work at night.
You do not
Isn't
even
the,
know.
Like someone who was like really fast and had like really good senses.
The problem, of course, is
That
Yeah.
one
in
moment.
the night and the moons,
Yeah.
Or,
there's that risk that the dramatic convenience dice could go off.
or maybe
And then you've got an unstoppable werewolf in the middle of an enemy camp.
someone who
Oh
could
no!
flip off a roof and fire an arrow at a thrown projectile with perfect accuracy. Someone not completely entwined in this web of bullshit and deceit. Hopefully. If he's secretly behind.
As a completely meta thing, you guys have got a lot of money, you could just pay the Guild of Assassins to
Extract her.
get our woman out. I mean, they're good. They have ninjas. Just saying.
They're not written ninjas. There's no such thing as ninjas. They're a myth.
I mean, you know.
You weren't there, man. You didn't see them.
Yeah, you didn't.
I saw fake ninjas.
Saphiro,
Ninjas.
there is a way we could get her out.
What is it?
It would cost us though.
Price is worth it.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?